Africa, a very warm welcome to you. I'm having such a fantastic week. You know, the Design and Derby Tof in Cape Town.
Yes.
And there's just art everywhere. There's just this absolute influx of artists and art everywhere. And today we are celebrating one such artist. We've got Maurice Mbikayi in the loft. And it's so hard to even explain what he does. It's just sheer genius. I cannot wait to show you what he's going to be doing.
And in fact, this comes on the back of the art fair in Cape Town. So there's a lot of inspiring art going around, and there's some inspiring people in the loft today. Our guests are going to knock your socks off. One that I'm really excited about is Zani, otherwise known as Zani, but her real name is Zanele Zicwele. And she is the owner of the Himeros swimming brand. We've got to get at least 5 of those bikinis.
I mean, everything on her Instagram I want to own. It's just cut away there and there and there. She makes me never want to have a carbohydrate again in my life. But we are going to be cooking carbohydrates.
She's also brought some pieces along, and there's some models who are going to be showcasing her range.
Exactly. Absolutely. Now, our first guest today is radio and TV personality Lerato Kganyago, who burst onto the scene in 2002 when she was crowned Miss Jam Alley and later Miss Soweto in 2005.
She was one of the early guests on Afternoon Express, and last time she was here, she was quite mysterious about a big project that she had planned. So take a look.
And also, you know, I follow you on Twitter and on Instagram, and you mentioned that there's a very huge project that you're working on in September. I have to ask you, girl. No. At the end of the day, I'm a media, I'm a journalist.
Really?
So I have to, you know,
let's do this. You ask me, I'll ask you something.
Okay, no, do it.
No, actually not. No.
So you don't want to tell me?
No.
Is it fashion? Is it music? Is it acting?
I might
it's
just
everything.
Give it away. It's everything.
Okay.
Put together.
Fantastic.
It's going to be amazing.
All
and
right.
I think I've been waiting for this one too.
Well, congratulations.
Welcome to the show. So I have to just tell you, Kganyago.
There you go.
Kganyago.
Girl, I nearly had a heart attack.
No, I almost.
Stage fright. It was stage fright. And I was standing next to her trying to act like nothing is wrong. Don't alarm the audience.
I mean, really.
Happy to have you back with us.
Yes, it feels good. Feels like home. I'm always here. Cape Town looking beautiful. The weather's amazing.
So when you were here last, you were saying to us, no, I've got this huge news that I'm not allowed to share with anyone. That was in 2015.
Yes.
And then so that huge news was that you got the breakfast show.
Yes.
But now in 2017, you've got the afternoon drive show.
The drive, right? It's like a dream. I didn't expect this. I mean, going into radio for me, I thought it would actually take me years because, I mean, I don't really have that much experience, you know, to get to afternoon drive.
Yeah.
But here I am in a space of a year and a half. I've moved to the drive with Moflava, an amazing, I mean, a legend. You know, he lives and breathes radio. So every day I'm learning something new from him.
And also what an amazing human being he is as well.
Right? He's the funniest. I miss him. Please don't tell him. I miss him when I'm like away from him for like 2 days.
I mean, your growth has accelerated rapidly. What do you owe that to? What do you attribute it to?
The patience. I was really patient. I don't know if you guys remember, I was actually at Soweto TV for about 5 years.
You were at Soweto TV. I once tweeted about something terrible on Soweto TV, and you came for me. You were like, whoa.
I did? Yeah, because I was really overprotective because I felt like a lot of young people that were there, you know, we kind of had a vision. We wanted to get somewhere and we were still learning. So I'm very territorial with it.
But you guys actually interviewed my brother once and he made me watch and I was like, oh, it's so good.
Shame on you, Jeannie. But I mean, it's become better now. You must understand, this was the first community channel in the country. So, I mean, you guys are horrible. Wow.
No, and you know what?
And then my brother wasn't good on the interview. Come on.
But also, we do need to make a distinction and say it wasn't terrible because it was Soweto TV. I just thought that you can have great production quality with very little. I guess if you have the expertise and you've got people mentoring you in that direction, you can.
But do remember there was no funding. You know, the resources were very like small. You know, there was a time when I'd shoot a show and it was raining, it was leaking. So, I mean, we tried to do as much as we could because eventually we wanted to sit here on this couch.
Exactly, and can I tell you something? That you will only ever be good sitting on this couch once you've gone through community radio, community TV, and once you've earned your stripes.
But that's why I've got so much respect for everyone in the industry and everything that I do, from like the cameraman to producers because I also got to experience a bit of that from the floor manager, you know. So yeah, it was a great journey. It's been a great journey so far.
So the Metro Awards happened recently. How was that? How did that go?
That was amazing.
Do you know the girl in the yellow dress?
What do you mean? Girl, do I look like I'm supposed to know something like that? No.
I just thought everyone knew.
I actually only saw the picture on Sunday, and I'm like, okay, she's
like,
brave.
Okay, what's going
you
on?
Go on, Nicki Minaj. But you know, I respect her for the bravery. It takes a lot of courage to go out there with your, you know, and show your body to the world.
Just a lot of alcohol.
Absolutely. Wow. I don't know about that, Ginny, but I mean, she's got guts and she's fierce and she knows her story. I mean, she doesn't back down, which is, I think, if you're trying to break into this industry, that's what you need, a bit of fire. I think she went a bit overboard, but
you can still do it with your clothes on.
Yeah,
you can still do it with your clothes on.
Absolutely.
But speaking of social media, well, I mean, what's going on Twitter? What is happening? So I'm feeling like, okay, so social media came along and it just opened up this world of freedom. People could... it democratized communication, and then suddenly there's no freedom in it anymore because it's used as a gatekeeping of what people can and can't do. And I feel like you were a victim of that recently.
I call Twitter the lemony bus.
The lemony bus.
Yeah, because they're all, most of them are sour. Anyway.
They're all sour
They're
lemons.
all sour, but you need to be really, which is sad because it feels like you need to watch what you say. But everyone will always have a problem with what you say. I mean, Jeannie, you can go and tweet there and say, oh my God, I'm about to have coffee. And someone will say, how dare you have coffee? You know, there's like 10,000 kids in the world.
I must be honest, I don't get it so bad.
Really?
I'm quite fortunate. I don't get it so bad.
I actually do most of the time, but that's why I've kind of, you know, minimized a bit on Twitter. I'm going more on Instagram and Insta Live. But I feel people are very opinionated, which is really, really good. But also at the same time, they don't want other people to be expressing themselves. But there are certain people, I mean, I've made friends from Twitter, not enemies, because I believe, well, I don't think I have enemies. If you're my enemy, shame on you, because I don't know you exist. But anyway, but you know, in terms of work and networking, it's you can always kind of filter the negativity. You can always like kind of like mute it actually. And
you take it personally.
And you can block.
No, I actually don't. Let me tell you, so many people that I've blocked, like I've met, taken pictures with, and then they tag me and they're like, oh, by the way, you blocked me. And I've had meeting people. I've had, you know, instances where I meet people and they're like, oh, by the way, you blocked me on Twitter. I don't know why. And I'm like, you've got guts. What if I kind of like throw a bit of a punch there? You know, you never know.
Absolutely.
But I just feel like people, most of the time, I call them sheep on Twitter. Because people just are too scared to disagree or agree. So if one person says, I think this is going to work, then they all follow so that they can avoid being victimized.
Being singled out,
Yes.
And how do you take it when people come at you about something you're wearing? Because they try to do that quite often. I mean, what do you do?
It used to offend me before, but now it doesn't, because my thing is that, for instance, the metros, I'm going to be very brutal. For me, I just felt like a lot of girls were wearing like wedding gowns and funeral gowns and laces and metric dance dresses. And when it comes to fashion, if you look at Rihanna...
South Africans love a good metric dance dress.
Exactly. I mean, I had people, women saying to me, why didn't you wear a dress? Why must you wear a suit? What are you trying to prove? I'm like, but if you want to become a fashionista, if you look at the likes of Rihanna, the most important thing that you need to do is to stand out. And fashion is not about you being beautiful or you about being pretty. It's about you being edgy, you know, dramatic and standing out.
It's also just doing whatever the hell you want to do.
So what made you decide on the outfit that you did choose?
This is by Craig Jacobs, right? I've been obsessing over this. Well,
I love Craig. I'm
a huge fan of Craig. He's also one of my best friends. And I said to him, let's try something different. I want a suit, a velvet suit. Let's see how it's going to work. So I actually went to Durban with just the suit, and I was going to go shop for accessories. So where we were staying at the hotel, there was a salon there. An Indian lady, I was walking past. She said, oh, come here, I want to blow dry your hair. I really like your hair.
It's a beautiful
I walked
piece.
in, and I saw this neck piece. And I was like wow, this says goddess. You know, the suit is there, but the neck piece is amazing. I mean, that's like the Indian culture, and also what she was telling me, what it actually represents and things like that. I absolutely love it. So I love this.
That suit is unbelievable.
Yes,
and
this by far is my favorite look ever.
And also, I just find that we just are so like Yeah, I mean, also if Rihanna did it or Beyonce or anyone else did it, it would have been perfectly fine.
But that's exactly
But if anyone around the corner tries it, then you've got a whole bunch of stuff to say. But anyway,
that really bothers me. That whole South African like crab in a bucket.
Him down.
Pull you down.
Oh, no, I just think we're really like behind with fashion, so it's okay. They'll get there eventually. It's just that some of us are a bit forward now.
Spice.
Anyway, let's be positive today, kids. Okay, so we're asking you online, is there anyone that you've blocked on Twitter, or have you blocked people before on Twitter or Facebook, on Instagram? So we want to know from you, have you blocked anyone on social media, and if so, why? Sure. So let's see what you guys have had to say. So Busi says, I've blocked so many people simply because people think it's a platform to be rude. 100%, I agree with you completely. Then Bongani says, this person blocked me because they couldn't take no for an answer.
What? Wow, that's kind of creepy.
Don't be a stalker, don't be that guy.
Sure.
Then Solani Rosie says, I blocked someone, she used to tell me what to post and whom and when, and my goodness, you've got no idea. Yeah, trust me, I have a little bit of an idea. Then Joshua Nelson says, by this, he was blocked by this other girl, reason being I blew up her Instagram with likes.
Oh,
yeah.
Sure.
You know that it's stalking when you're liking and you're 160 weeks in. Okay, so thank you so much for all of your comments. Please continue to leave them on our Facebook page. And of course, you can tweet us at Afternoon Chat using our official hashtag Afternoon Express. We'll be back with more from Lerato Kganyago later in the show. Plus, we are still cooking today with a quick and easy spaghetti and meatballs as well.
But after the break, we sit down with a man who's made a career out of repurposing old computer parts into beautiful art pieces, Maurice Mbikayi. After this, don't go away. Find us on Twitter at Afternoon Chat, where you can get a sneak peek of upcoming guests, what's cooking in the kitchen, stand to win amazing prizes, or join the conversation by using our official hashtag Afternoon Express.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. We trust that you're having a glorious Thursday afternoon. Now, Maurice Mbikayi is a multidisciplinary artist who was born in the DRC and moved to South Africa to further his studies and pursue his career. Now, he incorporates remnants of technology into his work, like old computer parts, plastic, wood, bandages, and he uses them to create everything from sculptures and collages to performance pieces, films, and photography. Welcome to Afternoon Express.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
So tell us about your journey to South Africa.
Well, my first trip, I was just interested and curious to see Mandela's country. So when I came, and I spent a couple of weeks, and I went back to Congo. Then I told myself I should come and stay here for a while to pursue my studies as an artist.
And where did you study your art?
First, I studied in Kinshasa, my BA. I did in Kinshasa, and then I just finished my master's, since 2015.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, your art has got so much going on, from performance pieces to sculpture. How would you kind of define your style?
I'm a kind of cross-disciplinary artist, mixed media artist, you can say, And I just, I came across of this piles of computers. I used to go and see my friends who fix computers. So I would see a pile of computers, the waste at one corner. And then I started to question, contemporary technology and, the quest of to upgrade to high technology and, develop words. We use Africa as a dumping zone. But then I started questioning that, and then these piles just, shift the spot from my friend's studio to my studio, and then that's how I came up.
So is that how the web jacket came about?
Yes, and I needed to support my practice with like a sort of a strong, sustain it with a strong written components. You like something like I should explain it. So the more I study, the more I discovered the coltan. And also the business war in Africa, in Congo, especially.
Right.
So yes, I will look at it as a pyramid. Like I can't talk about everything because otherwise you talk about nothing at all.
Yeah.
It's such a broad area to talk about technology. So I will look at it as a pyramid. Like the words Africa, Congo, Kinshasa and myself. So that's just narrowed down to my own experience.
That's incredible.
And anybody can relate to it. So,
yeah, and you see it as something that's quite enslaving.
Yes, yes. And so I didn't want it to appear as just a mere craft. So I just, I use other material. That's how I...
So how do you technically actually put those keyboard pieces together?
I use a glue gun with a silicone stick.
But it obviously has to move to a certain
yes,
extent.
That's how we design the cloth. I don't know if you have this image. There's a redingot. I was inspired from 18th century costume. And I would design it first, and then I start build on that with computer part, with the key.
Right.
And then, because it's a cloth already, and then there's space between, then the cloth itself, it's flexible.
Yeah.
And then you have bags also that could give it any forms. I don't want it to be as I don't want to be as a fashion statement. It's not really about fashion.
Yeah.
It's not for the sake of mere fashion. It's beyond that.
So it's not wearable.
Some of the costumes are wearable. Some of them are like solid sculptures. But I would call them wearable sculptures.
I think that picture is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
I love it.
And you seem to use substances or materials that are discarded or that are overlooked. Is there a particular reason for that?
Yes. As I said, I would go and look at this pile, and then I start questioning the contemporary technology. And then also when I further study that, and I discover that from between 60 to 18% of the coltan comes from Congo. So, and then there was sort of anger inside me. I was to express it in another way. So I didn't want it to be obvious, like in your face. So that I just subvert it. That's why I borrowed the analogy of fashion.
Absolutely.
It's like it's a subverted way of resisting against technological crisis in Africa.
Yeah. How important is it to cross man-made borders, I suppose, for creative purpose?
Sorry, I didn't get that. Sorry.
To be able to cross man-made, like
okay.
In order to cross, technology and the ideas that you do cross.
First of all, I look at technology as an artist, so it's like the fashionability side of technology. I'm not talking about it as a technician or a specialist, like an engineer. As an artist, I just borrowed the fashionability side of it. So I look at the mouse, beautiful mouse, or the keyboard, or like the motherboard, like the cables. I just wonder how to use it as a costume or as an outfit.
But I liked how you described how that web jacket was so uncomfortable, because the internet, I suppose, is really uncomfortable. If
it's really uncomfortable, and I'm quite a critical
almost like
person.
People wear it as a mask as well. I mean, a jacket covers and it conceals.
Yes. It's got layers of interpretation. It's just like anybody can relate to it. So, and that also, it's also sort of an armor. I was very much attracted to 18th century culture, like England, the Victorian costume, and then also look at the dandies from the Congo and look at the Scotani from South Africa.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then it's not really about fashion. When you go deeper, it's something else. It's like it's an armor. It's something to resist against poverty, economic and political crisis.
Where can art lovers access your art? Where is it available to be seen?
At Momo Gallery, in Cape Town, and also in Johannesburg.
Yeah.
Your art is so beautiful. Thank you so much for coming through. I really appreciate your work.
Thanks a lot for having me.
Now we're going to quickly see, speaking about the web jacket, we're going to check what's going on online quickly. Thank you so much for all of your comments on Facebook. We are asking, have you blocked anyone from social media before? And if so, why? Let's have a look at some of your comments. So, Luyanda says, I've blocked more than 100 of them because you show some people how kind you are and they always take you for granted and make a lot of demands, which is something I can't deal with. I become easily irritated by things, and most importantly, I don't have time for silly arguments that aren't just worth it, so I just walk away. Getcha.
Mushfika Jones says, hey, I've blocked quite a few, especially arrogant people. Don't got time for no negativity, #uplift. Nancy Raisibe says, guys, how you doing today? Looking fab and right. Bonnie, what wraparound Duke style? So wow, okay. And Nosipo says, I've blocked a lot, mainly because they say I offend them with my posts, and a majority of them are my friends. They were just being such girls because they know who I am.
Sweet.
Well, after the break, we sit down with Zanele Zicwele, who struggled to find a range of swimwear that fit her wide variety of body types of the African women, so she created her own. Welcome back to Afternoon Express. In 2015, Zanele Zicwele and her friends planned a holiday trip to the sea, but they struggled to find swimwear that fit each of their unique body types. Instead of giving up or looking to import something, Zanele decided to take matters into her own hands and started Himeros Swimwear to fill the gap in the market. Now, almost 3 years later, her business is going strong.
And I'm your biggest fan. I want everything in the collection.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I mean, it is just sensational. How wearable is, because I mean, I had Jeannie Bikini, and I can tell you it's so difficult to come up with styles that suit everybody's bodies.
Yeah.
So what do you base your cuts on?
We base it mostly on shape. We don't like to look at the size, because a lot of people get victimized because they're big, they've got small, big breasts or small breasts or big bums. So we try to design, mostly though, according to the character of the woman. So if you're feeling like a diva, go for something that's more revealing and more bold.
Yes,
if you feel like, you know, now I'm with family, so I need to be more conservative. Or I feel like,
around.
you know, yeah. So those are the types, like when you feel like, you know, I've lost weight, now I can show off. So we like to cater between the sizes of extra small up to extra large. So we don't like to look at just the size only, but size does matter. But it's more about your character more than anything else about the brand.
What does Himeros stand for?
So Himeros, it's okay. It's gonna be funny, but yeah, I hope it's funny. It is a goddess of sexual desire. Sorry to say this. So this guy,
Why are you sorry?
Don't ever apologize for anything like that. We are celebrating it.
You know, like, I mean, he was a sailor. He was a god. He was a son of Aphrodite. So he loved beautiful women, and he was a sailor. So he's always in the sea. He loved to be with women that dressed nicely, that he loved to look after women. So the brand is mostly about a woman who wants to feel sexy, no matter what she's looking like on that day or how she feels. If you've had too many burgers, you know, you have to be sexy at some point, you know.
Yeah.
So we'd like to say the word behind, or the feeling, or the gesture we want to give to the woman is to feel sexy no matter what.
Wow,
you know?
that's
Yeah, so that's why we've got all the different types. Sometimes we want to cover the lower parts and just reveal your beautiful breasts. So we've got different types of styles that can fit into the character.
Who else is behind the brand?
So we have a lady that designed, Opomi, and there's also myself, and then we've got a silent partner as well. So he doesn't like to be known, though.
Right.
He's like
Okay, I want to know where I can buy, because I was having a look at the catalogue of what's to come, and trust me, you're going to want to buy everything. I honestly want to buy everything in your range.
Your stuff is
Where
amazing.
is it available?
So we have changed our website now. So now we are going to be Himeros Philosophy, and there's a story behind it. We're going to bring out clothing.
Really?
So that's a big surprise.
Resort wear.
Yes. So we're just not going to be doing only swimwear. We are we're actually counting down to the launch. So next week on Friday, on the 10th, we actually have it on the website. It's www.himerosphilosophy.co.za. So people can now view what's going to come on, and we're also going to be available. As you can see, we're clocking down. We're ticking to the 7 days, 6 hours, 33 minutes, and 10 seconds.
And so you can buy everything online?
Online, you can
How
buy...
quick is delivery?
We do 2 days if you buy it directly on the website, and then we're also available on Zando, which is www.zando.co.za. They take 3 to 5 days. And the nice part about Zando is that they will carry the product and be able to deliver to your doorstep. It's inclusive in the price. So we do give a discount if you also buy from Zando, because with us, you pay for the swimsuit, but also must be able to collect or ship yourself. But Zando does that for you. So we're giving it, So
say no more. I know exactly
so I see you also make a hooded costume, which is quite like...
that's surprising.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, a hoodie. We're like, yeah.
I love it.
Try it out.
Is it taken off? Do people really like that particular style?
It sold out twice.
Has it ever been done before, a hoodie?
I've never seen it, I won't lie to you.
Because I would wear that with jeans, to be honest. I mean, I'm not going to wear that swimming. I'm going to wear that with jeans.
Yeah, and
in fact, I'm ordering it.
Her name is Varushka. She was the face for last year. So this year we're going to reveal the new face. There's a new lady who's coming. The first lady we had was Uplumbombo, who's now a reality TV phenomenon at the moment. And we had Varushka from Mozambique. Now we've chosen someone who's from South Africa. Amazing. Just a little bit of a hint, she did enter Miss South Africa, so...
wow.
I'm excited about her. I'm going to be like a fan of hers. So, like what you're saying, our clothing, we like to say it's more than a swimsuit. So we don't like just to limit ourselves just to go into the beach. So you take that, you wear a nice little, like, or jeans, and then the hoodie works, and you wear like a jacket. It fits into your characters, you know, fits into the outfit as well. So that's why our catchphrase is it's more than a swimsuit. It gives you the more.
I'm buying everything.
Oh,
and if you're sitting at home and if you want to get into these sexy swim pieces as well, trust me, after you see this, you're going to want to buy everything. Have a look at some of these gorgeous pieces. Okay, do you want to talk us through and see what we're looking at? Because that is number one on my shopping list.
So this one, we used to call our swimsuits behind, like we used to use the names of goddesses. So she was Shapash. Shapash was an Irish goddess. She was also known to be very feisty. So this is more your diva girl, you know. But that diva girl who likes to be looked at but don't give her too much attention. She just wants to be looked at once, but she belongs to someone else. You know that luxury of I'm comfortable in my own skin, but I just want to show off just a bit because I look good.
What's her name again?
Shapash.
Shapash.
Yeah, so that's Shapash.
We love a Shapash.
So this is a range from 2015. So
we love a Shapash too.
This is more your conservatives, as you said, when you've got your family over and you've got kids, you know, the mother-in-law is here, but
when
you
know
sexy.
your mom-in-law is watching you at the side eye.
So this one, as you can see, it's got the mesh at the back, but it's fully covered. So it does say I'm hip, I'm happening at the same time. I'm very modern. I'm custom fit, and it's got the zip to also it does give you very nice, beautiful padded support, so that you can hide the nipples when they stand up.
Yeah, this is what I'm wearing when my mother-in-law was watching.
So this is the wraparound. We didn't make a lot of this, funny enough, because we're not sure about it. We're like, the girls gonna like it in Africa.
Used to test stuff.
You know. So this only came out end of December. It was a big hit. We call it the snake. So this one wraps itself around you. So this is a beautiful piece that, you know, when you're feeling that those abs are out, like you are really have worked on your body.
Definitely.
So yeah, so this one can also, actually it's sold out as well.
That's a Friday swimsuit, not a Monday swimsuit. And yes, queen. That's for us, Bonnie.
That's gorgeous.
This was my favorite as well. Hey,
wow.
I mean, this one is more like it belongs to a range that we call Desire. So we've got 3 ranges. So we've got Desire, Bold, and Simplicity. So Desire is more for your younger girls, you know, that are hip-hop girls, you know, the girls, but at the same time, they want to be sophisticated, yet feisty looking, yet classy, but at the same time,
So every time you design new ones, they slot into either of those 3?
Because we've got 3.
I need to ask a question here. How do you get into that? Do you put all 3 of those from the bottom and pull it up and then put the halter by the top and then kind of...
It takes a lot. It takes a lot.
No, but you've got to know.
Yeah, you have to. Because do you know what the beautiful
part... So from the bottom to the top?
Bottom to the top. Because, but then what the nice thing is that the new website, even Zando, they will give you like a 360 look into the swimsuit. So you know how it's supposed to look. Because we've seen people and it's like, it's supposed to look like that, and then it's got the strap somewhere else. But now we saw what we had to fix in regards to how to wear the swimsuit, because they're not very easy swimsuits to wear. They're very custom. They're very different to what you'd get from a normal shop where you just button and then you go.
Well, after seeing them live, it means I have to go to gym twice a day.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we'll do Pilates together.
Pressure, no carbs.
But I'm just excited about the new range that we're going to bring out. We bring this year alone. We're doing 28 custom makes. So
we are so in love with you, and we buy everything from you. Thank you so much. And of course, we're checking in online and seeing what's happening with you guys at home. So all of your comments on our Facebook page. Have you ever blocked anyone from any social media platforms? And if so, why? So we've got... Somebody says that they blocked me.
They blocked you?
Yes, a guy called Datat Mposhakane.
I just blocked Jenny D not so long ago, so I'm very happy about that.
Then Nonte says some people use social media as a dating site instead of creating new friends. That's why I've blocked so many. Then Carol Stearman says, good afternoon, ladies. Yes, I also block many people because they talk and send not nice stuff. Thank you so much for all of your questions and comments. Don't continue to block me, especially if I'm not following you. All you need to do is comment on our Facebook page or comment on our Twitter. All you need to do is tweet us at Afternoon Chat using our official hashtag Afternoon Express. We'll be right back.
Absolutely. Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Lovely to have you back with us. On the couch back is Lerato Kganyago. So we're talking about social media and blocking people.
Yeah.
Now, how many people have you blocked?
I just tried to look now. I got to about 80 on Instagram, and then I got bored of counting. So I'd say about 100 on Instagram and about 100 on Twitter.
Okay.
And you, Lerato?
I have definitely gone over 1 million. I think I would have hit 1 million. No, definitely. I've gone over.
You just block.
I just block. Like, even when you sneeze, I
I'm the same. I'll block you now. I'll block you and all your whole circle of friends.
But that's how I am.
If you even breathe or laugh in my direction, I will block you.
Or retweet. Like, I always say I will block you and your whole bloodline.
Okay, but what kind of negativity?
Your uncles and your aunts, your nieces,
well, because also, you know what happens? There's just that one smart ass who tweets something, and then I'll block that person, and I'll see who else was laughing, because they're just waiting around the corner to talk some smack.
Yes.
And I just don't have time to entertain
And also, you're just protecting yourself from that negativity, which can actually weigh you down. So you just move it away. You just block everything.
No, I don't mind free speech and an opinion and somebody who thinks... Like, not everybody has to love me, but anything racist or anything... like highly sexual, when they're offensively, when they're offending me in a sexual way, commenting on something that I'm proud of. Like if you post a bikini picture and somebody feels like they need to turn beauty and art into smut, you blocked, dude, because it shows no class and no appreciation for humans.
I always say you can make your point without being vicious, without being rude, without being malicious. There's no need for it. And most of the time, someone maybe will have not really an argument, but a disagreement, you know, and I just leave them there, because that's healthy. That's a healthy conversation. So now if you come at me being vindictive, then it's like, it's not even worth it. And for me, you've lost already, so I'm going to block you.
Exactly.
You know what I love? I love those ones who, they'll laugh hard because their friend's at you or something. And then you block them, and then 3 months later, they're like, please unblock me.
I know.
And then they like campaign for you to unblock them.
I'm such a softie.
Hilarious.
I generally unblock.
Oh, no. I
I'm such a softie. I mean, if it looks genuine, then I unblock. But if it doesn't, then it's like,
if you
stay
can't
right
say
there.
something to somebody's face, you don't say it on a social media platform.
Absolutely. But most of the things that are said on social media is things that will not be said in the streets. You know, like, I'm from the township. I always say, if you can't say it here, if you can't say it in the streets, don't say it. Then don't say it. Why can't we all just respect each other? You know, have mutual respect for each other, whether it's social media or outside of social media. It's really, really important. And also, it says a lot about you more than myself, you know. So,
that's correct. Thank you so much, Lerato.
Thank you for having me. Am I leaving?
No, not yet. We've cooked for you. We've cooked for you.
I'm still cooking for you. Don't let me slave in that kitchen all day for you, and then you just want to eat and run.
Okay.
Eat and run. From blocking stalkers to blocking signs of aging, nothing causes a stir in the beauty industry like age-defying skincare. And it was Nimu's Age Intelligent range that got all the attention recently at Helena Christensen herself jetted into Joburg for the official launch. Check it out. It was a Polish poet who once wrote, "Youth is a gift of nature and age is a work of art." And tonight we celebrate years of research and development that has culminated in Nimu's Age Intelligent range of premium products, which is set to wow the anti-aging market. Leanne, you're one of the masterminds behind tonight's event. What's tonight about?
Tonight we're here to launch our new AI range, and we are so excited about it. AI stands for Age Intelligent, and this range really takes skincare to a new level. Not only does it help in terms of anti-aging, but it actually helps to compensate for all those things that you do in terms of your lifestyle. Whether it's drinking red wine or not having enough night's sleep, I mean, you know the effects it has on your skin. This helps, and this makes sure that your skin looks healthy and radiant.
Sounds like magic.
I like to think so. Magic in a bottle.
Obviously, when dealing with a premium brand, the guest list is important. Who's here tonight?
We are so lucky we have got Helena Christensen. She is the Nimu ambassador, and she's really here to help us launch our AI range, which is very exciting. Over and above that, we have people from global, we've got international distributors, we've got salon owners, we've got therapists, we've got media, we've got celebrities, and this is all in aid of the most beautiful products.
Leanne, what are you hoping to achieve tonight with this launch?
This brand is amazing in terms of science and technology. This brand has reached new levels, the breakthrough in terms of what we've done, and I believe that this is going to set the benchmark of the future for skincare.
Maddie, tell us about the AI range.
Nimue is a global brand, and we are really focused on innovative and advanced technologies. And our research department and development is always focusing on pushing the boundaries. So this time, we're actually focusing on developing anti-aging products that is now looking at not only the typical chronological and genetic causes of aging, but we're looking at lifestyle, life story. So lifestyle meaning what you drink, if you smoke, exposure to the sun, and then of course your life story. So that is where we came into the range AI. It consists of 4 products: a day cream, a night cream, a face serum, and an eye serum. Now these 4 products have all been clinically tested at an independent laboratory in Germany, and we have actually have the clinical testing results in terms of seeing the results in decreasing wrinkle depth, improving hydration of the skin, improving elasticity, and also overall firmness. So overall, this range is really going to focus on the needs of aging, focusing on providing clients a solution to their aging concerns and being able to actually improve the health of the skin, which is part of the Nimue's philosophy.
As a brand ambassador, what's your experience with the brand?
I really love the fact that it's a truly South African brand. I don't think many people know that. So it's great to see a local brand that's done good overseas. And then secondly, I just love the product. I mean, I'm an evangelist for their hand repair cream. It is quite magical. I don't know how they do it, but what I like about them is the kind of the scientific breakthrough. So as a trained person, they're on trend.
Yeah. How do you feel about the AI range? Are you looking forward to trying it?
I think so. I mean, just from what we've been learning about it, I said to them, can you buy it in bulk and then just bath in it? Because I think it's going to be one of those products that are truly revolutionary.
What's important in an anti-aging product is efficacy, something that actually works, something that is backed up by science, the research that goes into it, the people, the talented people that work together to make sure that a product that goes out to the rest of the world actually works and actually, can back up its claims.
Anti-aging is very important to me. I'm all about the science. That's very important to me. I believe in results, and I love statistics.
If you buy anti-aging products, you want to see results, and there goes a lot of research into the brand, so I think it works in the end if it is highly scientific.
Wow, that looked like an amazing event. Okay, how amazing is Helena Christensen in real life?
She's beautiful.
But you said not tall.
Well, no, not that tall. She's actually like your height.
I'm midget.
Or maybe,
height.
I mean, like, I'm
No,
getting
you're
it
not.
wrong.
Oh, you want to see me without these shoes?
I've seen you without the shoes. You're not a midget. Calm down.
What an inspirational launch. But despite all the beautiful people at the event, it was the face of Nimue, Helena Christensen, that was the star of the night. Tune in next week to catch my one-on-one interview with the iconic supermodel as we chat about her current passions and exciting lifestyle.
Nice.
She is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Now, speaking about amazing, beautiful people doing incredible things, I believe you doing one of those sanitary pad drives for young girls. Tell me about how you got involved and what are you doing?
Well, initially in the beginning, I used to do it alone. So I'd go to different parts of the country. Maybe I'm from Limpopo originally. My family's from Limpopo. So I'll go maybe to Polokwane, go pick up, choose a school in Polokwane and go give out sanitary pads with my own money. But now recently, luckily for me, NYDA has actually called me up where we go to different, townships around the country. Soweto, to be more specific, because this is where I was raised. And we just give out sanitary pads. And we know that there's a big, big, big problem with regards to that. I mean, children are actually not, girls are not going to school because of that, because they're not actually taught or educated about, what it is, what exactly happens, what you're supposed to do. And also they can't afford at home because we know poverty is a huge problem in this country. And and it's such a great initiative. I enjoy it. I always have fun with it. So I'm going on Tuesday, and so we're to about 4 townships. We're giving out sanitary pads. I always look forward to it. Yeah.
That's such a great
Has anyone
idea.
told you that if they close their eyes and listen to you, it actually sounds like Basitsana? You sound like Basitsana.
No.
She sounds like Bussy.
Maybe it's the Miss Soweto thing, because I was Miss Soweto and so was she, right? Yeah. Maybe it's the Miss Soweto thing. I don't know.
So what does the future hold for you? What can we look forward to?
You know what? I take each day as it comes. I'm one of those people, I can't sit here and say, in the next 10 years, I want to be the next Ginny D, or, you know. It's just, I just take every opportunity every day as it comes. Of course, it has to be, you know, aligned with what I want to do. But, yeah, just reaching for the stars every day and just doing me. Yeah.
And you're DJing a lot.
Right?
No, but tell me, like, obviously when you started radio, was like, did you mix first or what came first? Because there's a difference between a radio host and a presenter and a DJ.
Yeah.
So what is your thing?
So back in the days at Soweto TV, that's where I actually started DJing. So people that have been following me for that long know that I actually used to DJ on Soweto TV.
Yeah.
But I kind of, you know, stopped it a bit because it's a very male-dominated industry and it's very intimidating. And when I met Zanele, I was DJing, but I was still not very comfortable. DJ Zanele, I was still not very comfortable with the idea of, you know, doing it as a profession.
Yeah.
So eventually when I got Metro FM, I thought, oh, well, might as well try this out.
Take that up again.
Let's see.
Yeah.
But the way it took off, it's incredible. It's like, it still shocks me today. I mean, you know, going from like having 5 to 6 gigs a weekend, which is really tiring. Listen, I've got so much respect for DJs. It's a lot of work.
But you know what I always ask myself when I see images of you DJing at clubs, I think, do you roll with like a whole crew of bodyguards?
Do you have a
protecting
posse?
you?
Guys,
how does it work?
I'm probably the most boring person in the industry. I roll solo.
But who protects you at these clubs?
Honey, who needs to protect a girl from the hood?
Girl.
I don't need I am protection.
Oh, that is amazing.
I'm just saying. But, I mean, it doesn't get out of hand. And I think also because a lot of people actually have gotten to know me, what kind of person I am, and my limits. So I love meeting people and sitting down and having a conversation with them before gigs and after gigs. It's never been like out of control, or maybe I'm just not that exciting. But, you know, I've never been in a situation where now, you know, there's been
Dude, you always get a bunch of dudes who are going to try.
All the time. I mean, you have some guys trying to grab a nipple here and there.
What?
Or, I promise you.
Of course you do.
Or they're trying to take a picture.
That's why I
and
was asking.
the hand goes a bit lower, but
Yeah.
I'm very firm. So I always go, hey, I'm fine. You know, when you speak in Spanto, a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Then they understand the language. Then they won't do it again because then they respect you. They know, the pros and cons.
Listen,
and,
if they get that close to try and...
But sometimes you're surrounded by like 20 people, so it happens and you don't know who did it.
You don't know who grabbed your butt.
They're so smart. But
Okay,
I mean,
so to get the party started, what is your go-to song?
It differs, like on the mood. I tell people get to see my emotions or what I'm going through my music. So I love deep soulful house music, which is not really big in Johannesburg. There's certain areas where they actually listen, like in Pretoria, they listen to deep house music. And then obviously the rest of Joburg is like, they listen to commercial. So, but it depends. But right now it has to be the remix of Wololo, the deep house version.
She loves Wololo.
No, but you need to hear the remix of it. It's like
I'm a deep house fiend. I love it.
It is amazing.
Now, I hope that you love to eat, because don't think we've forgotten about food on the show today, because after the break, I'm in the kitchen with our guest chef, Nadia Wagner, and we're making a quick and easy spaghetti meatballs. Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, one of my favorite quotes from one of the most beautiful, iconic women in the world is from Sophia Loren, and she says, "Everything I have, I owe to spaghetti." And that's exactly what we're cooking today in the kitchen with our guest chef, Nadia. Welcome to Afternoon Express.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So there's a whole lot of pasta going on in here. It's giving me anxiety. My mouth is drooling. We're going to need to get started. What are we starting off with first?
So I just want to chat through the amazing Daily Difference Woolies range that we have at the moment.
Yes.
There are 5 pastas for 50 Rand, which is fantastic. So that's 10 Rand a bag of pasta. It's unbelievable.
Deal.
4 cans of tomato for 50 Rand, which is fantastic as well. And there's farm-style boerewors. So what I'm doing is I'm making it as easy and as cheap as possible with the best possible ingredients you could ever imagine.
Okay, amazing.
Woolies has done it all for you. What we're going to do is we've taken the farm-style boerewors. It's already seasoned for you. It's got coriander, nutmeg in. It's delicious. We've taken it out of the casing. And if you could please make a meatball for me. If you can
Okay,
get your hands
so all
dirty.
of this has been taken out and it's put in
in there.
here.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to make little meatballs out of it.
Piece, yeah.
Okay, I can see
about
why
a
you
golf
gave me
ball
this jar.
size, ping pong ball.
Okay.
Golf
And
ball.
it's just a roly kind of jar.
Yeah. So just like take a whole bunch, and then you can just place them here, and I'll pop them in the pan.
Cool.
And then over here we have water boiling. So you bring it to the boil, add a little bit of oil and salt in there, and then add in your pasta. I mean, it depends how many people you're feeding. I mean, this is going to feed all
What
those.
is the right amount? So one full bag feeds how many people?
Oh wow, I think you could feed about 10 people on that.
Really?
8 to 10 people.
Amazing.
It's quite a lot. Well, like maybe 12 models, so I don't know, 8 normal people. So you've got the balls, we put them in the pan, we brown them off. And then over here, the cans, I mean, you just take a can, take a knife, and you just chop it up in the can. Because these are whole peeled tomatoes. They're the best Roma tomatoes you could find.
Yeah.
And then we take a little bit of garlic, we pop that into the pan.
Just like that?
Just like that. It's a one-pan dish, so it's super easy. I mean, it's Thursday.
It's not expensive. It's not going to make up a lot of dishes.
Yeah.
This is epic.
Your kids love spaghetti meatballs, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone loves spaghetti and meatballs.
Well, I love
And
spaghetti
then
meatballs.
there's
Forget the
some
kids.
herbs over there. I don't know if you could just hand that to me in
With
the little...
pleasure.
Thank you.
There you go.
Okay. Then pop in your herbs. This is oregano.
It's a meaty
It's
herb.
an Italian spice mix.
So what goes into Italian spices? Oregano.
Thyme. There's some rosemary in there. But Woolies actually sells an Italian mix.
Okay,
So
perfect.
you just-
Done.
I mean, they sell it in a dry form, and we have a beautiful. I mean, we have a beautiful herb selection as well, fresh
Great.
herbs if you want. I mean, there's beautiful basil up here. So you've taken your tomatoes, you've cut them all up, you pour them into the pan. You can add 2 cans. It depends how many meatballs you have. This is 1 can. It looks good. I mean, we can throw the other one in as well. But
Yeah,
just for
definitely.
now.
Can I
the
pass it
pasta?
to you?
I mean, you could even use the same tongs in here. Like that's cool.
I love that.
There
you go.
Put your
I've
pasta
opened that one
down, let
for
it
you.
boil for about 15 minutes. Thank you.
Pleasure.
And then we
I
just
like
need
more
to-
tomato sauce. More
I'm
cheese, more
impressed.
tomato sauce.
I
That's
didn't wanna-
basically my
I didn't
motto
wanna-
in life.
More tomatoes. Chop it all up. Super easy. And then let it simmer for about 15 minutes. I mean, the pasta and the sauce will cook around about the same time.
Sure.
Turn it off, drain the pasta. And then, yeah, I think that's cool. I don't think we need to cook all those meatballs.
Well, there you go.
And then over here, we have a already cooked one, which is fantastic. It is the magic of TV, right? I mean,
that looks so well done
so
already.
this has been on for ages. And then,
What's the perfect amount of time for it to be on?
so I would say about 15 to 20 minutes.
Perfect.
That would be the perfect amount of time. I mean, your meatballs are technically already cooked. What you're doing is you're reducing the sauce and getting that tomato flavor into the meatballs.
Exactly.
And then over here, we have our massive bowl of pasta, which is fantastic, already cooked. The oil has made it really lovely and coated, so it's not going to stick together. I mean, to test your pasta, I threw it on the roof, and I don't know.
Yeah, or the fridge
You
is
know,
a
you
good
just-
one to throw your spaghetti onto the fridge.
I've never done that.
And then, so if it sticks, it's ready. It's
Yeah.
al dente.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
Or you could just bite it. And then you just take it and you pour it over. Oh. Nice and warm. And
That
then,
looks like a traditional Italian dish. It looks sensational.
so simple. A season for you. You don't have to worry about anything. It's like, I mean, and you can buy a couple packs, freeze them as well. I mean, that freezes really well. Freeze it until your next Daily Difference comes out.
And then, of course, my
Some cheddar.
magic ingredient. There you go. You can do the honors. I'm a little bit sausagey.
Or your cheddar. Yeah, it's fantastic. Or you could put Parmesan on top. I mean, it's up to you. Cheddar's
Exactly.
also on the Daily Difference, which is really cool. And then what we've done is we've got a mac and cheese over there as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's so many different things you can do with pasta.
There's
Mac and
so much
cheese.
you can do.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming through and teaching us all of this. It's absolutely gorgeous. El presto, we've got dinner ready. All you need to do for this fantastic recipe is SMS the keyword pasta to 33650 and you will get all the details. SMSs cost R1.50 each. T's and C's apply, and free SMSs do not apply. Here's a quick recap. How delicious does all of this look?
Amazing.
Totally tasty. Thank you so much to all of our guests for being here today. So amazing. It's been such an inspiring show.
So how many of your swimsuits do you wear?
Oh, please don't embarrass me now. I steal so much. It's so bad. I steal everything.
Thank you so much. We'll be back again tomorrow from 5, live at 5 on SABC3. Until then, thank you so much. Have a wonderful afternoon and happy eating. Ciao.
Coming up tomorrow on Afternoon Express, we spend the afternoon with husband and wife acting team Ingrid Polis and Denver Frachom, who chat to us about raising a child with autism, as well as 7 de Laan's 4,000th episode. Be inspired with Afternoon Express tomorrow at 5 p.m. on SABC3.
Nada. Feel Good production.